First of all, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Zoom call, the kickoff for the month of August. August already. Wow. Who can believe that? It's amazing. Wow. I have to say to all of you there in Australia, it's 35 degrees here today. So we're enjoying the nice weather here in Montreal. And but let's get started with this call. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Heather is the co-host of today's call and also the co-creator of this program. So we'll hear about Heather first, and then we have our special guest Sue Thomas here as well that we're going to introduce in a couple of minutes. So, well, first of all, Heather, I'm going to ask you to explain a little bit about our program for those people that may be looking at this for the very first time and they don't know very much about what we do here. So can you just cover a little bit the program?
Absolutely. Thank you, Marie-France. So the program came about because both myself and Marie-France had been struggling to lose those few kilos. The things that we used to do in the past no longer were working for us. And so we were looking for things that we could do that could really work. And at that time, we came across fasting, and there's lots of great research out there about fasting. And we knew how to eat well. We knew how to restrict calories. We knew all that because we'd been doing it for a long time. But the fasting side of it was a new concept. And what we learnt was quite amazing. And so we started practicing on ourselves before we put the program together, and we had some great results. And so we thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could share this with other people and that they could have some great results as well, and which is exactly what's happened. So we're very pleased with the outcome of the program, and we're so glad that there's other people that are experiencing the benefits as well. So We've put together the program. We've put together a great Facebook page. So your first step is to come on to the Facebook page where we've got some great testimonials. We've got recipes. You'll find the booklet that we've put together, which has got all the details, all the information you'll need for the program, the things that you eat, when to eat, food lists, our supplements and when to take them and all that sort of thing. So all the information is there, and I really encourage you to look at the recipes, because that's one of the things that, you know, we can get stuck in eating the same thing over and over. So to get some different ideas always makes it more interesting. And of course, the testimonials are fantastic of people's results, because you'll find someone there that's exactly like you, that you can relate to, and you'll go, okay, if they did it, I can do it too. So that's, you know, there's so much great information in our Facebook group. And as I mentioned, with the booklet, our Kickstart to a Healthier You, if you're able to, print it out and have it handy, because it is a great reference tool to have, you know, just to look at different things, just to remind you and keep you on track. And of course, one of the most exciting things about this program was that in the first 5 days that we ran this program back in January, when we first launched it, we had 16 people participate. And we lost a total in that 5 days of 34 kilos, which is 75 pounds, which sounds amazing, in that first 5 days. So that's just to give you an idea that it didn't just work for Marie-France and I, it's worked for so many other people. But there's also, it's not just about the weight loss, it's about people getting rid of the inflammation out of their body, getting rid of the foggy thinking, just feeling more alert, more energetic, being able to, you know, get rid of sore joints and all those kind of things. So there's many, many benefits to the program. And we're just so glad that you're here and having a look at this today. And by all means, reach out to the, you know, and get some help if you've got any questions, because we've got all the information available to you.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you very much. And now we're going to introduce our special guest, Sue Thomas. Let me tell you just a little bit about Sue first. So Sue used to suffer a lot of anxiety and also depression. And she also had cancer a few years back. And that is when she decided to transform her life. Sue believes in healthy living, and she has been with our company Modere for 22 years. Wow, wow. Amazing. She has trained under Bob Proctor as a life coach, and she now helps transform people's life in any area that they need. Now, hey, Sue, how are you? Welcome to the Zoom call.
Hi, Marie-France. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear about what you're going to share, because I have a bit of insight when we were preparing, and I can't wait. So first question, can you please share with us just some strategies on how that people can have more success with the program?
Yes, 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 I can. And you guys are doing such an amazing job. And I have been intermittent fasting. I didn't even know that that's what it was called for years. I remember a guy toured Australia, and he suggested not eating until 12 o'clock and stop eating after 8 o'clock. And so I did it. And yeah, maintain my weight really well, really well.
You have,
And
well, yes, you've never had a lot of extra weight on. I can.
No. A lot of it was stress, though. A lot of it was stress. But anyway, so this is brilliant. Your strategy is really good, but strategy is only 5% of success. Strategy is only 5%. It's the 95% is the mindset. And that's what I'd really like to help you with. Marie-France and Heather are helping you with the strategy. Great. You need to have the right strategy. But if you don't have the right mindset, you can have the greatest ideas and the greatest strategy, but if the mindset's not right, you're going to struggle. You're going to really struggle. And I want to help it make it easy for you.
Okay.
Because struggle is not good. Because a lot of people, don't even know what mindset is. They think, oh, it's just what I'm thinking about. Well, it's a lot deeper than that, because it is a lot deeper than that. It goes right into your subconscious mind, because we have two minds. We have our conscious mind, which is 5%. That's where we think. Well, that's where we think. But it's the subconscious mind is the 95% of our programming. It's where our mind is set. We have like thermostats in there for every area of our life and how we believe we should be or how we think we should be. And it's been programmed from early childhood all through our life, what we think we're worthy of, or what we think we should have in our lives. So there's a thermostat setting in there. And sometimes we have a thermostat of how we look. Well, we do, 100%. We have a self-image going on in our mind. So I remember talking to Marie-France about this years ago. And, how do we see ourselves? How do you see yourself? It's really, really important how you see yourself. So you can shift the mindset where your setting is anytime you like. And I'm going to give you a little strategy today to help that. But what you need to do first off is make a decision. Not just not just deciding, yes, I'm going to do this. Make a real committed decision. Make a committed decision that you want to get to your ideal weight. That you want to get to your ideal weight. What is your ideal weight? That leads me on to, is your goal something that's going to inspire you? Or do you think you just could lose 5 kilos? Or do you want to lose 10 kilos or 15? What is that ideal weight? Because a lot of the time we're setting a goal that we're not inspired by. And it's also, why do you want that goal? What is that goal going to give you? If you got to your ideal weight, how would you be living your life? What would you be doing? What are all those things you'd love to be doing? You're going to be going for long walks or all those activities that you can't do with the weight. I remember my mother-in-law, she used to have really bad feet because she carried so much weight and she couldn't do things, and she huffed and puffed all the time because of this extra weight. And it's not about, I see being your ideal weight as being healthy, being the healthiest version of you. So what does that look like for you? That's where you've got to get your why and really make a committed decision that you're worth it. you're worth it. But what happens is we have these beliefs inside our subconscious mind that control us. It's like when we think, I want to do that, but then we have, our subconscious mind is like a filter. We run these ideas through our filters, programming, and then we go, oh, but you can't do that. You've tried that before. That's not going to work. So we have this like DVD running inside our mind. We wake up every morning and we turn the DVD on. And we do this with every area of our life, not just our weight, it's relationships, how much money we earn, all sorts of things. But we have this image of ourselves and we wake up and we go, are you excited when you wake up in the morning? Or is it hard to get up? Are you dragging yourself out of bed because you're not looking forward to your day? Think about what you've got playing, because you turn a DVD on every day. Some people have a scary movie running. They have like a scary movie. All the negative stuff, people are dragging all the negative stuff that happened in their life, they drag it with them every day. And they wake up and this starts playing. But you can have the happy things playing as well. But if you don't know how to turn it off, you've got this one going, and you wake up with you get up with you take you for lunch, you take you out for dinner, you go to bed with you take you on holidays. And if you've got this going about how you can't do something, how it's never going to work, that's all you're going to get, because you get more of what you focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can pull this DVD out and put a happy one in. Put a wonderful one in. Put all of the dreams that you love, that you would love to have happening in your life. Put that one in. But you can't have both running at the same time. So you've got to choose which one you want. You've got choice, but most people don't realize this. So what DVD have you got going? The negative, I can't do it, it's going to be hard. Or, yes, I can do this. This is going to be easy. What, 10 kilos? That's nothing. I know somebody who lost 50 kilos doing this work really easily. If you think 10 kilos or 5 kilos is hard, what about 50 or 100 kilos? Think about that. That makes your 5 or 10 kilos look easy.
Yeah.
But every morning you've got this DVD that you turn on. You turn it on. What are you playing? You put it on there. You choose whatever plays for you for the day. So affirmations are great, but what are you saying in between your affirmations? You can say, I'm going to get to my ideal weight. I'm going to lose 10 kilos. I'm going to be fantastic in my slim body. And then you stop your affirmations, and then what plays is, that never happened. You tried that years ago. It's not going to work. You've been on diets. It's not going to work, because your subconscious mind thinks it's going to be hard work. But this program is really easy, makes it really easy for you. So what if it was really easy? Think about what story you're telling yourself in between, because it's going on there. So what I do with my clients is I get them to get a pen out and write down, and you can do it now, write down that story you're telling yourself. Write down that story you're telling yourself about how you look, how you feel about your image, whether it's hard or to lose weight or not. Get a pen out and just spend 5 minutes on this. It doesn't take long. And you just write down, I've tried this before, it never worked. I find it really hard to lose weight. I don't like how my clothes fit on me. It's so hard to get up in the morning and I just drag myself around. I want to do those things, but I just can't do it. So then you write that out. And then you tear it out of your book, and then you get your pen again on a fresh sheet of paper, and then you write the new version. And it's usually the polar opposite. Now, this is the key. It's the polar opposite, because in that first version, you put a lot of emotion in those words. I can't do that. It's not going to work. So in the new version, you have to put a lot of emotion into it. Make it the polar opposite. I look fantastic at my ideal weight. I love my body how it is now. I'm so healthy. My clothes fit. I love getting up every morning. I'm so excited to start my day because I can do these things that I never could do years ago. And write down all those things that you love doing, that you do now. You talk about it like it's happening right now.
Mm.
And then you read this one. And it's usually every sentence, go through and change it to the polar opposite with emotion. And then what you do, you get the old version and you go and burn it. You go and burn it because this is a mind thing, because you're playing with your mind. Your mind is very powerful. And you go and burn it. So I do it in the sink. I do this with lots of things. I do it with all areas of my life. When I'm not feeling good, you know you've got in the wrong thinking. If you're not feeling good, you're in the wrong thinking. And you've got the choice to change it. It's just sometimes we're not taught how to do it. The most powerful thing you have is your thinking, along with your imagination, because you're using it all the time. But most of the time we're using our imagination in our past. But when you learn to use your imagination in your future, because that's where you're going to spend the rest of your life, you're going to spend the rest of your life in your future, start creating it. So burn that old version, set it on fire, do a burning ceremony, put it in your fire pit, or I do it, make sure it's in a metal bowl. Don't set fire to the kitchen or the curtains. Make sure everything's on the way. And then it's gone. That old version's gone. And then what you do, you read your new version. Every day, morning and night, every day, all day. And then turn it into a DVD. Get voice loop. I have voice loop on my phone. It's a little app that you've got and you can record anything into it and you can record it in there and you play it. Hit play every day. That new version, and you have that new version running. You can have it, well, because when you're in the shower, when you're in the bathroom, whoa, your mind can run off places where you don't want it to go. So I put it on in the shower. I have my new version, my new self-image that I have running. And then I get to listen to me with what I want to say, not what I don't want to say, because it'll come up, because it's normal for us humans. We look for the negative things because we are wanting to improve all our time. That is our purpose here, is to grow. And we're wanting to improve ourselves. And when we're not improving ourselves, we don't feel good. Yeah. So we need to look for the negative stuff so we can improve it. You know, we eat nice food. We want to eat better food. We go to a nice restaurant. We want to go to a better restaurant. We buy nice clothes. We want to buy better clothes. We're always wanting to upgrade and update. And that's normal. But we don't get stuck in the negative. You don't want to live there. You don't want to live in your negative thoughts. Pull yourself out and start focusing on what it is you want. What is that ideal goal? What are you going to do when you get there? How amazing is it going to be? How amazing are you going to feel? How's that, Marie-France?
Yeah, it's a real eye-opener. I think we all know about affirmations, to be positive, of course, but your strategy to actually realize that, put that on paper and change exactly.
It's really important,
And
Marie-France.
listening to yourself when you're telling you the right message, when you're telling yourself the right message, that's the thing.
Yes.
Rather than listening to the old message. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are positive thinkers and doing affirmations, but they've got negative thinking going on when they're not concentrating on it. And it's amazing when you do that exercise and you do 5 minutes and then you think, oh, I'll do another 5. And it's amazing. People are like, wow, I didn't realize I was thinking that. And it becomes really obvious because we hear it all the time. We think that's our normal. We just hear it all the time. It's sort of like being in Montreal at 35 degrees. You know, you get used to it. You get used to that weather. here we are freezing. It's like a bit of a shock when we're here, because in Melbourne it's like 1 degrees, you know. We have the heater blasting, but we get used to it and becomes normal. And that's what, if our thinking becomes normal. So exposing it, expose what you're thinking about, put it down on paper. And, this becomes, the new version is like your assumption statement. What are you assuming? You're assuming something all the time. And if you end it with, and that is how I like it, it makes you really have some aha moments when you say, oh, this is hard. And that is how I like it. Finish every sentence with, and that is how I like it. I'm at my ideal weight, and that is how I like it. Because you're assuming something. And this assumption, this is where you're using your imagination in your future, for your future. Because the past is gone. All you have control of is now, but the now is creating your future. And the thoughts you're thinking and your imagination is taking you there.
Awesome. Thank you, Sue. Hey, I just want to hear a little bit more from you just here, because I know you did transform your life yourself. For everybody that maybe don't know you here, can you tell us a little bit how much transformation did you experience, and how did you get to do that? Just that'd be interesting for everyone to just know a little bit more.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'll go back. Oh, years. Yeah, I used to suffer a lot of anxiety and depression to the point where I couldn't leave my house. Actually, I was locked up for 12 days in hospital. I thought they were going to throw away the key and not let me out because I was in a really, really bad place. But I just stressed about everything. I was just in this stressing all the time. Then I was so stressed, I gave myself cancer. I went through I separated from my partner, my husband, and I just had lots of stuff going on. I had no money. I was always wondering where I'm going to get money to buy food for the kids. I used to go out and meet people for coffee, and I just drink water. I really struggled a lot. Yeah, I gave myself the cancer because my mind was in such a negative state. And anything outside of the mind, like your body is outside of your mind. We think it's not. This is just our physical body, but it's our mind. We're a spiritual being in a physical body with an intellect. And I was a really smart person, and I was so smart, did me damage because I was so logical and so realistic. You have to be realistic, Sue. That's what people say to me now. Like, whoever told you that? Don't be realistic. Never change the world. Logic gets you skinny kids. But yeah, so I really had to think differently. It wasn't really getting the cancer. That was my wake-up call. It was going back for checkups to check that it hadn't come back. Yeah, that was the scary bit, because one day I was sitting there at work and I was thinking, wow, what if they tell me tomorrow it's come back? And all I've done is save my life to go back to the same old. In a job, in a little jail, working for somebody else, making them happy. And my life was horrible. I just broken up with my partner. I had an eviction notice from my house. My relationships with my mom and my family were really bad. My kids was just horrid. I just thought, no, this is not life. And I found the way. Bob Proctor came in front of me and was just like, wow, you can teach this. And I was looking at my work thinking, well, why are you staying here? So I made that decision, and I took that magic carpet ride outside my door. I resigned from my job. I had half a week's wage in the bank, and I just took that leap of faith that life had to be better than this. If I was going to die, I'm going to die trying. And honestly, I haven't looked, well, I've questioned it a few times. What am I doing? But no, it's just having faith that the universe has my back and that I'm here for greater and bigger things. And now I'm doing Jim's life coaching. I've started a new division at Jim's life coaching, and we are really I'm really ramping it up and taking it to thousands of people across Australia and making it more affordable, because it used to be for, people in business, but I'm making it for everyday Australians, because we can all live a better life. We can all live the amazing life we want, and it's easy. We think it's hard. People think they have to work hard for money, but I know a lot of people who work hard for money and they're poor. They struggle. And there's a lot of people out there who earn money in their sleep. So, you got to check your beliefs. So I had to check all my beliefs. And I'm just been upgrading me all the time, upgrading. And you can upgrade yourself all the time.
Wow.
So I just put a new DVD in all the time. And this is where miracles happen. This is where the magic really happens. One of my clients just did a testimonial and he's like, oh, I can't believe it. It's just like magic, how everything in his life is just transforming. But the power is in us. The power is in this story that we tell ourselves and in our imagination. It's the greatest gift we've been given. But most of the time we're using it in reverse. And I was using it in reverse. Yes.
Hey.
And yes. And we can just get better and better and better.
Yes,
Much
we
better and
can.
better and better.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have the power, everybody.
Yes.
It's pretty
Everybody
amazing.
does.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Sue, for sharing with us. I know you told me I can go for hours. I know
I
you
can and I do.
so much more. So maybe we'll have you back sometimes later and share some more and see also who has started to apply your advice. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it really
Awesome.
is like magic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us today. Now, we want to hear from our participants. If anyone would like to share a little bit about how it's going for you on the program and what you're experiencing, anybody would like to share today? Okay, Karen goes first.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
We hear you, Karen. Oh, look at
Yeah.
your background there. How amazing is
Beautiful,
that? Is that
beautiful.
your fit out there or?
No, we are in a caravan park, so I've come to the camp kitchen where I can tap into the power.
Ah.
So, yeah, so anybody that doesn't know me, so my name is Karen. So, my partner, where everybody knows him as Farmer Steve, much to his disgust, that's how I introduce him to people. And so we are traveling Australia in a caravan. We've taken a 2-year leap of faith. Yeah, so we are in Queensland for 6 months. So Mary Franchi said it's 32 degrees. It's 32 here.
Ah, beautiful.
So yeah, and look, so Farmer Steve and I, we started this journey in January when it was founded by Mary. So Farmer Steve came on board with me in January, which to my surprise, and we both lost roughly I think it was about 5.5 kilos in say 7 weeks, and that was mind blowing. But what was crazy was it was from day one. Like I've done the shakes, I've done the trying to lose weight and really tapping into what's been said this morning by Sue, playing that old story up here. I was playing that story that I've done the shakes, this won't work. But I did it because I am O'Dare, yeah. And day one, I lost grams. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, this is ridiculous. And so, yeah, we just took it from there. It's just been amazing. We don't carry a set of scales with us, but, you feel it within yourself. Yeah. You feel it within how you feel, but then also how your clothes fit. And you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, wow, this is great. And I love what Sue was saying about I'm happy with how I see myself now. So, yeah, it's all about, not just affirmations, but, yeah, what's happening upstairs, definitely.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Karen, for sharing with us. Yay. Hey, we're gonna hear from Carrie. Are you gonna, were you going to be next?
I can go next if you want me to
Yes.
go next.
We want to hear from you, Carrie.
Good morning. Excuse my winter woolies, but I've actually been sick all week, which is unusual. But I have been burning the candle at both ends because it's what Sue says. This program has given me a new lease in life in terms of, I've dropped 10.5 kgs and I haven't weighed myself this week, but that I've been trying to lose for ages, and it's just such a nice feeling, and it's such a great feeling to be able to share the program with other people. And I think I've still got a lot of work to do in terms of what Sue was going through. I've written a whole lot of things down, and I'll go through the replay again, because definitely, that is something that I've dealt with a lot of criticism over the last year, and a lot of bullying over the last year, and definitely the mind games are something, I'm constantly working on. But I love this whole thing of writing down a sentence and then, taking that and actually flip-siding it. I talk about flipping the script. And sometimes I'll actually stand where I am if I can pick up that I'm feeling really negative about whatever, Sometimes it can be the weather, because we've had this rain and rain and rain. And of course, I'm pretty much holed up inside at the moment. But I'm flipping the script. I'm able to share with my Moda friends, and I'm able to, chat with my kids. And I've just been able to take an unexpected trip down to visit them all. And I felt good in all my clothes. I've got new clothes.
Yeah.
I tell you, those things they seem such minor things, but they like your little victories. And if you can just count each of those little victories and just, and congratulate yourself.
Yes.
Because those little victories, each little victory gets you to the next one and to the next one. And then you get braver and braver and braver and braver, to the point that you can actually share this program. And, the 3 people who started with me, all of us have lost over 10 kgs.
Wow.
All of us have tried all the other things, Weight Watchers, Shake, Jenny Craig, all the things, and we might have lost some weight, but then we put on. And for me, I needed a simple program that I didn't have to count calories. I don't have to be weighing stuff. I can adjust it, I'm getting better when I'm traveling now at adjusting, and my kids are on board now with what I need to do. And my mum's coming on board now with, she's like, oh, I thought we'd have this for dinner tonight. Can you have these things? And I realized that for such a long time, I didn't actually know how to eat properly. I'm a physiotherapist. I'm a Pilates instructor. We don't learn those sorts of things. We teach health, we teach exercise, but actually at the end of the day, even during Weight Watchers, we still didn't really learn the simplicity of this. And where it comes hard is the maintaining. That's the hard bit, because I've lost my cravings now for things like chocolate and, coffee, and because they don't make me feel good. So, you know, like the last time I traveled, not this time, but the last time I traveled, I was lacking in a bit of energy because we didn't have our go. So I've really missed our go. Anyway, so I thought, okay, I'll get myself a coffee. Oh my gosh, did I have the jitters? And I said to myself, this is why you don't need this stuff anymore. But the thing is, if you haven't given yourself enough time without that, then you have it, and you really tune into your body's reactions, and you see you can feel the negative reactions. Like, jeepers, how did I do this 3 times a week? How did I do this? There's some people who do that every day, and the money you're spending on that. So now that's what I think to myself. I'm like, no, that is not good for me. So, you know, I will do that. No, Carrie, flip the script. You are not doing that, you know. So this mind game thing is massive. I mean, this program for me has been massive. I'm just so grateful. And now, you know, what I want, this is such important work here that Sue has given us, because there are some of my people who are battling, and I think this is their key. So I'm going to make sure I tag them into the replay and really see if we can work on that. Because I think also sometimes, like even for me in terms of my exercise, I've even toned that down a lot. We don't need to be over exercising. We need to be more strategic about how we exercise. You know, it's more important to actually have a calm nervous system and a calm mind, and as Sue says, that flip the script mindset, that is miles more important than anything else. Anyway, that's my 10 cents worth, but I'm just so grateful.
Thank you so much. And you know what, Carrie, now I heard you clear here when you said that the maintenance is hard. So we're going to flip that, huh? We're going to say that the maintenance is the easy part, and it's just so easy. And this is how I like it. Yes. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, now it has become easy.
Yes.
But, you know, it took me a bit in the beginning because I had to change my routine.
Yes.
I had to decide to change.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't change, you're not going to get better. It comes with the decision. You have to make that decision.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's exactly what Sue was saying.
Yeah.
Do you want to be in where you're at right now? You know, so if you're feeling low, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not losing this weight, well, are you doing the little things every day that, you know, it's the actions that you take, and every action, if it's a positive action, they all add up. So yes, now for me, this maintenance is a way of life.
Yes.
And that's what I can see now. But now that's what I'm trying to teach other people. But, you know, to start with, making those changes and getting away from those addictions of ours, you know, and we hate to admit them, but they are addictions. I mean, having a coffee every day is an addiction. You know, having a chocolate every day is an addiction. But we can swap those. So what is my healthier swap? What am I going to choose instead of that? You know? So what I did, you know, this last travel, instead of wanting a coffee because my energy was low, I just actually got a nice yogurt. It was a Greek yogurt, just a little bottle, and I just ate that, guilt-free, and that was perfect. You know, so we can swap.
Yeah.
Flip that script. But yeah, the mind games. Sue is so onto it.
The mind
so
game.
onto it.
Totally, totally. Well, thank
Can
you.
I quickly just
Sue
say?
wants to add something, yeah?
Yeah, because Carrie, absolutely brilliant. Well done. Well done. I've seen your changes too. But if it's right when you're saying about changing a habit and stopping having a coffee, you need to replace it with a good habit. That's the
Yeah.
key too, because if you don't replace the bad habit with a good habit, you're going to replace it with another bad habit.
Right.
So it's really important to, if I'm going to take that out of my life, or that I'm not going to have the chocolate, well, what can I have instead? A carrot. Carrots are so sweet when you not having sugar. But there's something that you can replace it with that's still that's really good. Yeah, because it's hard when you replace that. If you take away that habit and you haven't put a good one in for that bad habit, another bad one will show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Sue. Hey, are
And-
we going to
and
hear
the-
from
can I
Steve?
just-
Anybody? Yes?
Can I just add, Sue, I've got 3 children, and what I see is that they watch me.
They watch you.
Our children are watching us.
Oh,
Our
yes.
children are watching us. We don't realize,
Irene is next.
but they are watching us.
Totally. Yeah. You lead
That's
by
massive.
example. Mm.
Hi, everyone.
Okay,
I'm
we
Irene.
go to Irene. Irene, we want to hear from you because you've had some success and we want to know.
Hi, I'm sitting in my dining room, and my daughter, my 35-year-old daughter, who's just recovering from major surgery, is watching me as we speak. So I'm not feeling judged at all, not at all. I'm trying to be an example. So this is definitely a work in progress for me, and I have to say that during the past week, I've reached out to Carrie for some direction, because I'm the kind of person who, I have been on every diet on the planet, but I actually only pay the money and then expect some miracle to happen in the background. And I'm not I'm not alone here. I know this. I've been, we're all guilty of that. You pay the money for the exercise program and you sit on the couch and eat chips and watch the video. I used to do that with the Jane Fonda video back in the day. So I know I have to do this myself, and I don't want to be. I'm 72, and I don't want to be the person who can't move or need a Zimmer frame, or God forbid a sleep machine. I don't want that for myself. So I'm spending the next year to get my weight down. I've lost 7 kilos. And yeah, I feel pretty good, and what I'm really appreciating is the support that I'm getting from Carrie, because yes, last week when we talked, I learned a lot about what I was doing, and that I was starting to think, well, I'm paying the money for this stuff. It's going to work, but I know I have to actually do it myself. So that's been a great lesson. Coffee, Carrie. Well, I hear you, but I'm not there yet. So I'm not going to lie, I'm not there yet. But I've thought about giving it up, and I will, but not quite yet. So thank you, everybody. This has been very good today. I have enjoyed your message, Sue, and I will definitely listen to this again, because I did do quite a bit of meditation at one point a year or so ago. And sorry about my washing machine, it's complaining. If you can hear it in the background. So I'm going to definitely start focusing on a wee bit of mindset. Thank you. And by the way, it's -1 degree in Christchurch today.
Oh.
Beautiful day, but -1.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I'm going to put my washing out.
Well, thank you. That's really good to hear from you, Irene. Thank you so much for sharing today with everyone. Anyone else put their hand up to share? Are we going to hear from? Yes, Steve, we want to hear from you. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, Sue, that is such good information. And as you said, it applies to all areas. And so I know I have got some work to do in other areas of my life. But as far as my weight is concerned, I joined this program I started the program in March, I think, late February, March, simply because I've been saying to myself, I want to get back to my running weight. Now, I've been in my past, I've been quite active and been able to do some quite good distance running. But I'd stopped that when COVID came and caused a bit of a shutdown. And it's a crazy thing. What we think is, I thought, well, I can't run in a group, therefore I can't run, and so I just stopped. And so from 2020 on, I started putting on the kilos, and I just couldn't shift them, and I couldn't get my mindset back into gear into running. So when Mary France and Heather started this program, I thought, yes, look, I'll get in, because anybody that's been running knows that if you're carrying more weight, it's harder to get going. So I thought I will lose the weight or lose some weight and make it easier to move. And so I lost about 7 kilos in about 4 or 5 weeks, and I thought that was fantastic. And I've been yo-yoing a little bit around that, and more recently, about 5 weeks ago, I had a minor medical procedure, which I'm recovered from totally, but I'm feeling the effects of that, of the anaesthetic and so forth. So I've decided I'm going to go starting this week and do a total detox, reboot my system, and get going. My weight hasn't come back on. I'm still, at a happy place, but I just feel I need to reboot my system after that, after the operation.
Yeah.
Just, and that will help my mindset and clear whatever toxins are remaining in my system. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next week. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's really good. And, like what's good to hear is that you've lost, and Karen was the same as well, lost it all in 5 weeks, 6 weeks, maintaining, because we continue on the program. And of course, we call it the 5-day Slimdown because it's a kickstart. But of course, we have much, much more than that. We have a whole system that we can continue. That's called Slimdown for Life, that we continue to follow forever. It's for life.
Yeah, and it's easy. The maintenance program is easy to follow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, totally. Who wants to add something? Thank you very much, Steve, for sharing. Thank you.
And I just wanted to thank Sue for her amazing information. It was just, I was thinking, oh, wow, what an amazing way to start a Saturday with all the great stuff you shared, Sue. So thank you so much for that. And I just want to finish by, of course, giving fasting a plug. As you know, I'm very passionate about fasting and the difference that it makes. And with the mindset like Sue was talking about, one of the really great things to be telling ourselves is how miraculous our bodies are and how intuitive and intelligent that they are, and the healing that actually takes place while we are fasting. And, putting good food into our bodies, we're actually making every situation the best possible outcome for our bodies, not only just to drop weight, but also to be as healthy as possible. So just, some other things to think about when you're looking at your affirmations and you're rewriting your script is that your body is a miraculous piece of machinery. It does have that intelligence to actually heal itself, and through the fasting where we're actually letting the body do that, some amazing things can happen. So thank you for the call today, and everyone that shared. It really has been amazing.
Wow. That was a good wrap, Heather, and thank you so much for coming on and sharing that. So, hey, thank you again, Sue. You want one couple of words of wisdom to throw at us just to finish off?
Just finish following on with Heather. We are all walking miracles. We are all walking miracles. When you think about it, because there's never going to be another you. There's never going to be another you. There's never has been a copy of you before, and there's never going to be another you. It took over the last 10 generations, it took over 4,000 people to create you. And the mathematical sum for that, when you work it out, it's like to the power of millions, that to create you how you are now. And you are a walking miracle, and you can create miracles. We create them every day. So just know that. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with yourself. You are unique. The universe makes no mistakes. You are here for a very good reason. And Irene, it could be to show your kids. Our kids are watching. Our kids are watching us all the time. They're not doing what we say. They're doing what we do. Yeah. They're copying us all the time. So yes, there's a lot of pressure on us, but just love life. Fall in love with you and fall in love with living life. Hope that helps.
Thank you. Oh, well, how a great call we just had. It was very enlightening and encouraging as well to know that we can achieve whatever we want and that everything is possible. And yes, we are a walking miracle and we can do it. Absolutely. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We're just on the hour, just about. So it's been such a lovely time together. And here it's already nearly evening, but still very warm. So we're going to get outside in the city and see what's happening Friday night, and have a good day there in Australia and in New Zealand. Enjoy your beautiful winter as well. And we'll see you again very soon. Let's stay in touch on the Facebook group and connect and ask questions and share results, and let's stay connected. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Thank you again, Sue. Thank you, Heather, for the amazing sharing today. Thanks. Bye.